All right, Shalom, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites of Tampa, St. Pete, and we come out and prophesy the downfall of America and to bring our people back to the natural nationality, which is Latinos, Negroes, Native American people that consist of 12 tribes of Israel. Without further ado, I'd like to give all glory and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakwakadash. Double honor to the elders apostles that teach this truth. Salutations to the brother pushing this truth on the four winds of the earth. Also the sisters that listen to quiet meekness, confusing the faces as well, and children, shalom. Pretty much trying to get into times that we're living in, man, the end. All right, and seeking salvation at these end times. Okay. So
living it, shalom, shalom. As you know, 2nd Ezra 6:9, it says that Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it and follower, right? And knowing that the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, wickedness has exceedingly, you gotta get the camera, you gotta get everybody on the camera. Wickedness is exceedingly multiplied throughout the earth under the same guise of the people who you would consider to be the Greeks and the Romans, the so-called white man, woman, and child. And with that being said, there are many attributes in America and throughout the entire world which replicates that. All right, that's why all the other countries don't want America to be in their country, because what it does, it promotes democracy, which we call demon rulership. Because everything that's here in America, you can see anywhere else throughout the world. So as we are going towards the end of the world, the end of Esau society, it's going to usher in our society. But also to understand that the reason why we are still here in our captivity to this day is because of the laws, statutes, and commandments that the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans didn't keep. Understanding that the Lord's going to bring a judgment to this world. But to show you that we're living in the last days, we're going to bring out some precepts to show you that we live in the last days based upon the attributes of this society. So the brother going to open up.
this 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse Timothy, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
In the last days, perilous times shall come. Once again, looking at the food shortage. In California, there's going to be a vast food shortage pretty soon. You have a lot of these 18-wheeler truckers, they can't get diesel fuel for their trucks, so you won't be able to have any supplies at your local grocery store. Okay? And you're also looking at how you have Russia, India, China, South Africa, forgive me, and Brazil, all trying to start a new world currency. You have one of the top deputies in Russia saying that America is going to feel the wrath of God if they go and back Ukraine in this war. All right, you're starting to see even up in New York, the police force there last month. The NYPD, the Boys in Blue, the biggest crime syndicate really under the FBI and CIA in the world, over 500 officers resigned, all right, or turned in their papers. So now you're going to have it in this time to where you're not going to have anyone to save you except for who? Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because we're living in these perilous times where there's no love for one another, where there's no true justice, where there's no morals, and there's no one that seek God, except for those that fear Him. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. When you acknowledge the power that controls life and death itself, that will make you a wise individual. But only a fool will say in their heart there is no God. And guess what? They're abominable. Go ahead, Art.
2 Timothy chapter 3, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Right.
Covetousness.
So people shall be lovers of their own selves, as people taking all these selfies. Like you'll have a lot of these girls on these Instagram and everything talking about they can't find no man. But then they'll have like over what, 200, 300 something pictures, man. 200, 300 something pictures, man, of themselves. Lovers of themselves, man.
Or worrying about their own future benefits, some earthly benefits, man. A car, money, stability. Lovers of themselves, man. Boasters and proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents.
Slow down, because you speed through it. You got that's edifying, huh? Read it again. Covetous. It says covetous, which is pretty much envying someone else. All right.
Boasters.
Go ahead.
Proud, blasphemers.
America. Proud. Matter of fact, let's go ahead, because you're gonna keep reading. I'm trying to break it down, you know. So, proud, blasphemers. Proud. Pride. The scripture says pride is not made for a man. It says pride go up before destruction. Okay? And blasphemous is someone that tells a filthy, wicked lie. And what's a blasphemy today? Prime example would be a woman like, think about Amber Heard or Amber Turd, saying that Johnny Depp was abusing her and all this and that. But then you have recordings of her saying, "Oh, I didn't punch you, I just hit you." What? And then she defecating on the bed and everything like that. Think of that.
Disobedient to parents.
Yeah, children don't even obey their parents today. Right?
Unthankful and unholy.
Unthankful and unholy. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to go to verse 3. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce,
right,
despisers of those that are good.
Despisers of those that are good. So they really despise us because what did Yahweh Shai say? I think Yahweh Shai said, it said, he that despises you despises me, and he that despises me despises him that sent me. So you despise that which is good. Because what is good is the words of Yahweh Shai Shai. See, they don't want to hear that because what it does is going to cut them. Because the word of Yahweh Shai Shai is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Right? Go ahead up.
Verse 4, 2 Timothy 3 and 4, traitors, heady, high-minded, definitely high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than the lovers of Yahweh.
Lovers of pleasure more than the lovers of Yahweh. What does it say in Romans the 8th chapter? It says, to be carnal-minded is death. So when you're when you're being more pleasurable, that's dealing with all of the sensations of the body, the senses. The things that you see, the things that you taste, the things that you feel, the things that you hear. All right? All of those things bring pleasure to you because you're living in a carnal body.
You're putting all these things for the Most High.
Exactly.
Niggas rather get out of here and chase women, man. Okay? And get the bag, man.
Right.
Okay?
Sexual pleasure. So they'll put sexual pleasure, they'll put money before God, they will put their car before God, they will put, because Jacob be out here washing their car on the Shabbat, not even knowing it's a Shabbat, because they can care less.
Or doing donuts in a Hellcat.
Right, doing donuts in a Hellcat. Go ahead.
Let me go to 2 Timothy 3 and 5.
Matter of fact, yeah, read that way, and then I would like for you to jump to 2 Ezra 15. Go ahead, up.
2 Timothy 3 and 5, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from much turn away.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. A prime example of that would be Bishop Nathaniel of IUYC. Bishop Nathaniel of IUYC said that the clothes you wear will show you what God that you worship, or what God that you follow. But hold on, that right there go to show you that you claiming to have a form of godliness, but you denying the power thereof. What did Yahweh say? Yahweh said to come to him in sackcloth. So how the hell are you going to be talking about kings in the building when you paying taxes? Talking about kings in the building when the dollar that you have in your pocket has the face of this people that put us into captivity, man, who are known as Edomites whom the Lord hate. What God are you worshiping, man? Right? So these are the last days. These are the times that we're living in. It's going to be perilous out here, man. And see, going into all of those evil, wicked attributes of the society, man, you know what that speaks about? That shows you that there's going to be no unity in these last days. Because everybody's all about them. It's all about me. What I want, what I desire, what I feel like. It's like America has become crabs in a barrel. Everybody pulling each other down, trying to climb on somebody else's shoulder just to get on top. Well, you'll never be on top because you won't live forever. It don't make any sense. You never be on top because you don't live forever.
You can barely stick together now, man.
Right.
Especially
Hell,
Israel, man.
I mean, people can barely keep it together mentally. So let alone they can't even come together with constructive criticism.
They fainting at the beginning of our sorrows, man.
Yep, that's right. That's right. I'm just going to go ahead and read this, and if you want to bring something out, you can. It says 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right, because of their pride. Remember what the Lord told Esau. He said, pride has deceived thee. Because of the pride of how you built America, because of the pride on how you invade other countries, because of the pride on how you force them to have your democracy, because of the pride that you have to worship the creature more than the creator, because you want man to believe that you are God. All right? The few, the proud, the Marines, because of your pride, the city shall be destroyed. Okay? And we're talking about America becoming a dystopia. Okay? Talking about it being a dystopia, not a utopia. Second Esdras 15 and 19. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. The modern day gun is the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's coming here today in America. For the lack of bread, the food shortages. All right, you have the gas prices increasing. So you're gonna have everyday neighbors grading their houses, man. Right? And this place is like Sodom and Gomorrah too. That's how you know we're in the last days, man. It's a place of straight confusion. You don't know what, you hit the corner, you're like, damn, is that a man or I don't even know. That's how you know we're in the last days, man.
We can't even look like we used to. You're afraid
you don't even know what it is. Matter of fact, I just saw an article where a man beat a murder because he called a Tinder date. He thought it was a female, it was a man. He murdered him, but when he went to court, they said that it was in self-defense because he didn't even know that was a man, and he got off. That's the world we're living in, where you're afraid you may go to jail for murder because you thought this was a woman, but it's actually a man, and you in the fit of rage because they said it was a crime of passion. In the fit of rage, you killed that man.
Jay killed his man.
Yeah, and he got off though, you know. But his reputation was destroyed for that because he was a college football player. But that's the world we live in, man. Second Ed, what you got though? Oh, okay. Second Esdras 15 and 19. 21, forgive me. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord God. And speaking of the chosen, what happened to the elders page? They took down their live stream. As many times as the elders go live and do videos, they took down one of their live streams. So now the elders had to make a new backup video, man. A new backup page, for their videos. And that's the times that we're living in right now. Because they are the chosen ones. Just like you have the 144,000 and you have the 1/3. Beautiful. Shalom, Kharatazah. Isaiah 3 and 9. The shoe of their countenance do witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. You know what they remind me of? They had a manual called the MSD. It was like a manual that speaks about different ailments and mental illnesses they had. At one point, they said being a homosexual was a mental illness, but they took it out, right? So it goes to show you, man, that they declare it as their sin as Sodom. And at one point, sodomy was a felony in America, but now it can't be a felony if two men get married, right? So that's the world that we live in, man. Did they get some on you? All right, yeah. So that's the world that we live in, man. I don't drive. Okay. Matter of fact, you go ahead and read that Bible to show what you want to bring out.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction cometh upon them.
Right, when they shall say peace and safety, then certain destruction shall come upon them. Okay?
As travail upon a woman with child, they shall not escape. And
right.
all this is coming, man.
Right.
Y'all loving y'all iniquity, abominations, and pride. Y'all will be looking for peace and safety, man. And it ain't going to be there, man. All hell is going to break loose. Only the Lord's going to deliver a certain amount of people, man.
Yes. Okay. See what they're not doing? They're not putting this information on the major news networks, because they'll put everybody into a panic. It'll put everybody into a frantic. This is why the Lord said He set up watchmen. Because ignorance is blissful, right? What you don't know won't hurt you, right? That's what they always say. That's why it's funny to me when a woman goes through a man's phone and she finds something she didn't want to see. Well, why you went through his phone? You should have remained ignorant and stayed in your bliss. Now you upset because he had options. Oh, you thought you was the one? Yeah, you number one, but he also has a 10, a 9, and an 8 as well. Go ahead, Al.
Keep going.
Yeah.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. But you brethren are not in darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief.
Right, so we're not in darkness. That's why I want you to keep going, because if we're not in darkness, then where are we? We're in the light. And the light goes back to the knowledge of the scriptures to understand what's going on. Even when you read in Acts the 8th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, remember the eunuch, and it said, he said, understanding what thou readest. He said, how would I know unless some man teach me? So you can't just pick up the Bible and be like, Proverbs chapter 1 verse, somebody got to teach you, because it's coded. It even says that, man, you know. It said give the book to the learned man, who is a man who can go to a prime example would be Vocab Malone. He's supposed to be a learned man. He went to the theologian schools, and he still can't understand who the Gentiles are pertaining to the New Testament, who will be Israelite foreigners. Even James said it. I think James said to the Gentiles, not to the Gentiles, he said to the elect that's scattered abroad. Okay? Roughly paraphrasing. Matter of fact, let me get that really quick, if you don't mind, Art. This is James 1:1. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting, right? Because we've been scattered abroad. So in other words, we are amongst the Gentiles. It says that. It says, Jacob shall be like a lion amongst the heathen. Okay? You can read the next verse, and then I'm going to go back to what I was bringing up.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5:5. You are all the children of the light and the children of the day. Right. We are not of the night, right, nor of the dark, or nor of darkness.
Right, so we can see what's going on. Now the brother Haratazar dropped 2nd Ezra 8:1. It says, and he answered me, saying, Yahweh have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. So that's why I tell brothers, man, don't be concerned with them numbers, because if the world to come is for few, then you're not going to see a high or a major influx of videos. Think about this. Like Elder Apostle Rumlock or Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Tahar, they may have some videos where they have like 1.2K views, right? But then you got people out here that's getting like 500,000 views over folly, or getting 20,000, 30,000 views like IUIC because of that modern day Christian plantation doctrine. All IUIC is a revamped version of modern day Christianity. They just tell you that you're an Israelite, right? So you shouldn't expect a flock of people to come to you to get this word, okay? But you should expect to find some of the few amongst those who don't believe. That's why the Lord said, by the foolishness of preaching, to save those who do believe, right? That's why the Lord sent us out B times, because we're going to keep coming out until the Spirit tells us, okay, the famine of the word is coming soon. Then you don't go out anymore. And then it's going to be in that day, they're going to go, what they going to say? They're going to go from the east to the west. They're going to go,
not find us.
And they shall not find us anymore. Because right now, everybody can still live their everyday life. See the house, see what it is. There's a fire in the basement, and nobody knows. But it's also a gas line down there in the basement. Everybody's upstairs partying. And one day, little do they know, soon, it's going to be a major explosion. The whole house going to go up in flames. That's going to be America. It's going to go up in flames, man. Okay? Literally. So let me get back to it. In 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 22. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. So he said, see, that's what's so funny. They'll tell you that God hates sin, not the sinner. But the Lord just said that he said he's not going to spare a sinner. I'm confused. How can sin act by itself? It's kind of like a gun. No, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Leave the gun alone and ain't nobody got to die. Right. So how you going to sit here and say sin acts on itself, acts by itself? It don't make any sense to me, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, murder acted on itself, so we're going to lock up murder. So murder just committed the crime? Nobody. You people are ludicrous, man. All right? A little bit more. This is verse 23. The fire is gone forth from his wrath and hath consumed the foundations of the earth and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. And that reminds me of Putin's top deputy. Putin's top deputy said America gonna feel the wrath of God. Bro, that's bold, bro. They're talking about nuclear talk, bro. Like, they said they're gonna use the wrath. You gonna feel the wrath of God, and like, ain't none of y'all afraid. That's why Yahushua said when he come back, shall he find faith on earth? Well, we're displaying our faith right now, so you know what it's like. Right now, this is like when we come out and preach the word. When you upload videos and YouTube, brother, or even if you're on the comment board, that's like paying insurance on the car. Now you could be a perfect driver for 20 years, but one day you could possibly get into a wreck. And guess what? Because you've been investing, you've been making payments on your car, insurance. Hey, you got full coverage. Right now, we're trying to pay on insurance on us having salvation when the destruction comes. That's why he said when he come back on earth shall he find faith. This is Ezekiel 37:9. Then said he unto me, prophesy to the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Beautiful. Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. That's beautiful, because they go back to in the book of Ezekiel, which you read right now, where it spoke about those dry bones. It said, shall these dry bones live again? And can you please give me Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter? If I'm not mistaken. I think it's like verse 24, if I'm not mistaken. Wisdom of Solomon 7, go to 24, Bible Shop. There you are. Beautiful. Yeah, 24 and 25. Let me read this one more time. It says, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. All right, go ahead up.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her personess.
Right, pureness.
Pureness.
You get up.
25. For she, the breath of the power of Yahweh.
She is the breath.
She is the breath of power of Yahweh, and pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her.
Beautiful, out the water. That's why it says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness, for she is the breath of power. In other words, it referred to wisdom as breath, right? Because remember what it said? Into Adam he breathed into him breath. When you go into that breath, it goes back to wisdom, right? Because if you go to verse 28, it says, for God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. Because to live in this world and to be a fool, that means you trust in oppression. It says, surely oppression make a wise man mad. So if you don't think you're being oppressed, then you got to be a fool. In other words, you're just gullible. You've been blinded. That's why it says, shall the slain live again, and to breathe breath unto them. In other words, you dead without wisdom. Because you could be knowledgeable, you can know better, but if you don't do better, what's your outcome going to be, right? Go ahead, up.
Verse 26. Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 26. For she is brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of Yahweh,
right,
and the image of this goodness.
Right. And the image of this goodness. In other words, the wisdom, this right here is comforting to us. All right? Let me get back to it, though, because that was a good precept, though, that Ezekiel. That was a fire precept about the water. 2nd Ezra 15 and 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. Beautiful. Can you get me Baruch chapter 4, verse 1? All right? Like it said, the Lord said, woe to them that sin. What is woe? Woe is destruction. Like the water. There you go. Woe is destruction. All right? Abadium. Abadium is destruction, man, to those that commit sin. Okay, go ahead up.
This is Baruch 4 and 1. This is the book of commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever.
Right.
All that keep it shall come into life.
All that keep it shall come to life. So, but those who don't, what does it say? It said, woe to the sinners, man. That's why we're talking about the end of the world, because the Lord said he has a controversy with the inhabitants of the earth. All right, he said there was no law. He said on the truth is slack, there was no law. There's no fear of the Lord. There's no mention of him. They don't do that at all, man. You know?
But such as leave it shall die.
Right, but such as leave it shall die. And lo and behold, where are we now? That's so heavy, man, because what did it say? Renaissance, man. Because what did it say? It said, shall you breathe breath unto the slain that they may live? But it said those that leave that shall die. Well, guess what happened? We wasn't keeping the commandments. Lo and behold, what did it say in the scripture? It says we are killed all the day long. Why? Because of us not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments.
He delivered us of this captivity, man.
Exactly, brother. He delivered us up to the captivity, man. Exactly. The Lord was a man of his word. Just like the Lord said how he gonna put us in the captivity, the Lord also said he gonna bring us salvation. The brother Haratazar dropped James 1:22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. That's right. That's right. That's why the scripture says, it says the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked above all things. I mean, bro, I've seen videos, bro, where the chick says something like, you know, if he doesn't want to be with me, it's because he's afraid of me, he's insecure, and he's not confident in himself. I'm like, what? That's how you know the heart deceitful. Like, people will lie to themselves to validate themselves. It's like, no, maybe he just tired of your bullshit. And if you didn't care, why the hell would you be on TikTok, on the internet, talking about it? You'll be living your life every day. You know, so people delusional, man. They'll do that.
People always go to social media for counsel. Doesn't the scripture say those who go to counsels for other men other than your house? People look at social media as counsel, man.
They look at social media for validation. They don't want answers, bro.
Yeah.
It's not really for counsel. They go there for validation. Because you can believe that an iguana is the God of the universe. I guarantee you, if you make a website saying that, it's somebody in the world that would agree with you. So people go to the internet to find people to agree with them. And folly and bullshit. We go there to gather the elect. You get what I'm saying? Which is a very small number. Remember, the Lord said he will be a small sanctuary unto us. All right? Let me get that. Let me go back to 2nd Ezra. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 26. It says, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivered he them unto death and destruction. So why the hell would I pray for somebody who don't want to do right? I can't do that, man. It's like, listen here, you know you should have been playing with those matches. Now you got burned. I'm not finna come to the hospital and watch them put skin grafts on you. You should have known better. You should have did better.
The lack of truth and sincerity, man. Okay, with fear in your heart and loving fear in your heart while shooting out shot, man. People say they love the Lord, man, but can't keep the commandments. Those who love him say they can't keep the commandments is a liar, man.
Right. He said if you love me, keep my commandments. That's straightforward. And it's so if you don't keep the commandments, that means you don't love the Lord. And the Lord said, all those that hate me, they love death. And that's straightforward. That's straightforward, because it's funny how somebody will be upset and they will want justice for their family. But then when we speak about how America was made and then how we got here, oh, that's the past. Fuck out of here. Y'all still talk about 9/11 to this day, man. Yeah. And that shit was like two decades ago, man.
They gave 9/11 a holiday, man.
They gave it a fucking holiday, man. You know? All right?
But slavery is a past.
Oh yeah, that's in the past. Don't worry about that. Leave that where it is. The Quam, Shalom. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 12:6, for the Most High hateth sinners. No, God loves everybody. But then why the hell he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah? They committed bestiality and everything, man. Naquam, who? What was that? Oh, no, Naquam. That's another brother. Right. So, hold on. Slow down. For the Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth, I like this part, and keepeth them against the day of the mighty day of their punishment. Fire. That's it, man. That's the only reason why they're being brought back and born. Why do you think the number of people keep multiplying? Because everybody coming back on earth, man, so that they can get their judgment. That's really what it is, man. That's really what it is. Sirach 35 and 3.
You say people coming back, so
No, go ahead.
You said people come back, so
Right
get
here.
judgment.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on?
You guys have so much personality to you.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we're the salt of the earth.
What's that mean?
We're the Israelites. Yeah. You know what Israel stands for?
No.
Israel stands for Son of God. Did you know that? Do you read the Bible?
A little bit. Not that much.
Well, you know the people that came here on cargo slave ships, right?
No.
The Lord said that his people will go into slavery on cargo slave ships if they didn't keep his commandments. So the atrocities that happen to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native
Yeah.
Americans, those are actual curses in the Bible, but they don't preach that inside these churches.
Yeah.
So with that being said, the reason why we have so much life is not because of us, it's because of the Holy Spirit. That's why we compelled out here. All right, and America's the mystery whore Babylon. All right, so America's gonna be destroyed soon, but enjoy the rest of your day, man. I think they left you, man. Yeah, you got the right away, man. All right, Esau. Yep. Pick it up. Put it in gear 2. And he ain't gonna be able to outrun that missile in the last days, man. All right, so Sirach 35 and 3. To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord, and to forsake unrighteousness is a propitiation. Hey, that's lovely. It said to forsake unrighteousness. So when they tell you, oh man, you're fat shaming, oh man, you're what they say, you're homophobic, saying that you're afraid of men. The Lord said to forsake that. That's unrighteous. It's unrighteous for two men to be together, because the Lord said to be fruitful and multiply. Two men being together can't be fruitful and multiply, right? How can you multiply without a flower that brings forth buds and pollen to grow other flowers? That's why they said when a woman passed the age of her flower, meaning that when she starts to produce eggs, meaning that she's able to give birth, meaning that she become an adult. We're talking about biologically, all right? Because you know, young women have their periods when they're young, but in the ancient time they marry each other young. Today, the father's not even in the house, so who the hell would the father vet for his daughter to get married to? That's why these women have sexual liberty when they're young. They get ran through. Then when they get by 30, yeah, you got a pretty face with a overused vagina. Who wants to have a family with that, you know? So anyways, that's kind of like me paying full price for a rental. I would never pay full price for a rental. Never. This is Isaiah 10 and 21. The remnant shall return, even a remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty Yahweh. Exactly, beautiful, remnant. Remnant means that that's not a whole, that's a number. That's a small, you got some? Hey, Shalom, you one nigga bar. How about Shema Shai? Shirin Kakadash Brakatah, brother. Shalom. All right, so let's get back to it. I feel like it's spirit heavy right now. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them. For God shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. And that's heavy, because when you think about it, how do you forsake unrighteousness? How do you go back to keeping the law? Well, first you gotta acknowledge it. First you gotta acknowledge I was wrong. Then the repentance start. You can't start the repentance process until you acknowledge the crime that you've done or how you went delinquent. Right? There's no way you can, it's like there's no way you can get healed without knowing what your sickness is. I can't give you the proper antidote or the proper medication until I find out what you're sick from. So people gotta find out what we all doing some kind of sin. Hell, wearing clothing every day that had different fabrics of sin. But it's like sins you know you can stop. Like, don't be sleeping with another man's wife.
Willful sinning.
Willful sinning. Thank you, brother. Don't be smoking. Don't be eating pork or all kind of seafood that's not fish that has fins and scales. Stop celebrating all these wicked holidays. Don't celebrate your birthday. You know, things like that. Okay.
And when you learn all these laws and things that you can help,
camera.
let your conscience be your God. Like I'm putting a real to my mouth.
I like
know
that.
about like,
I like
damn, that's a law.
You say you did what now?
I'm like I'm the same for the
Oh,
I think it's real looking good, man.
I'm
But I gotta let my conscience be my God. That's how about Shimei Rashad, like you know better. So
Let your conscience be your God.
Throw that real, man. I be on that job and surrounded by all that food. My conscience is my God, because I know Yahweh about Shimei Rashad. I see he put his hand out to me. I know the laws now. I touched the plow, so I know I can't slide that road across my mouth. Man.
And you know what? That's beautiful that you said that because you said let your conscience be your God. What did Paul say? Paul said, I lie not, my conscience beareth witness. So it's like I can't feel sorry for a cognitive individual who's not mentally impaired and they make a decision, they complain about the result. No, you was cognitive of the decision that you made because you have a conscience. Your conscience, matter of fact, they show you one of those Looney Tune cartoons. You got the angel on the right shoulder, and then you got the little devil on the left shoulder. So your conscience really is your right shoulder telling you, you know you really shouldn't be doing this, right? But your flesh is like, just do it one time and see what happens. So you already know. Every day you wake up, man, you are your own worst enemy. Every day you wake up, you got to battle yourself. That's why I can't understand how people can invest so much time in somebody else and not examine themselves. It's like, do you not see what you may possibly be doing wrong? Why are you so concerned about somebody else who don't give a damn about you? It's like, what are you living for? Why are you here? It's just a body. This is Tobit chapter 4, verse 5. My son, be mindful of the Lord our God all thy days, and let not, I like this one, and let not thy will be set to sin or to transgress his commandments. Do uprightly all thy life long and follow not the ways. Beautiful, man. That's beautiful. They remind me when I was in the gym, right? And there was this Elamite woman. She's a more mature Elamite woman. And for some apparent reason, man, her eyes just be wanting. So I asked her one day, I said, excuse me, ma'am, are you married? She said, yes. I avoided her like the plague. And the lady just started following me around the gym. I don't do that. Woman tell me she has a man. A woman says she's married. Even talking to a dude, I abhor her. And then they make me want to be. They make me want to gravitate to you even more. But that goes right back to what it says. It says It says, let not thy will be set to sin or to transgress his commandments. Because it's so easy to deal with a woman who's married. But lady, I don't want to deal with you. That's not right. Because if you was my wife, I wouldn't want you out here cheating with another man. So willfully, man, I get the hell away from me. You know, Kid Rock, that's how I feel, bro. You know, you got something?
No, I'm speaking though, man.
Go ahead, yeah, speak, brother, please.
Like you said earlier about being a watchman in these latter days, man. Watch sincerely, man. You know, watch. We out here blowing the trumpet, man, because seeing everything that's coming, man. People don't know half of the shit that's going on when you mention it to them, man, because they're too busy. They're too busy into other things, man, in the wrong world. See, we out of the world. That's why we out here speaking.
Exactly, brother.
We're out of the world, while you in a whole nother world, man. That's why the Lord say, come out of the world, man. All right, y'all, come out of the world, man. Okay, or be destroyed, man.
Because you get lost out here in the sauce, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you know, you have a friend, you know, somebody in the world. Hey, man, come to my such and such. You know, we having a get together. You get around them people. They start doing activities and things that you can't really do. Like, let me get away from here, man. You know. You start hanging around certain women, like, damn, man, hey, what's up? Come to find out she got a whole man. That happened to me one time, man. You know? I was like, man, this is wicked. So you trying to be righteous in the wicked society, it's like, man, forget it, man. I'm just gonna go monk mode, man. I'm not gonna even deal with the women. I'm just gonna focus on the truth, focus on my health, and then just focus on salvation, man.
Let your conscience be your God.
Let your conscience be your God. I love that, bro. I'm gonna get a shirt.
The elect gotta hang on to that, man. Let conscience be your God, because we're in this flesh. We're constantly gonna be tempted. All right, but let your conscience prevail.
Right. Right. Oh,
we ain't perfect standing out here, man. Ourselves and foremost, man.
Nah, we far from perfect. But hold on, but what did Yahushua say? He said, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. That's why, I think it was Philippians, it said the perfecting of the saints. The word perfecting, meaning that it's a progression. So it's like you're not perfect. No, it's the perfecting. It's a constant, it's a continuation, it's perpetual. That's why they said we shall rehearse the righteous acts in the land of drawing water. Rehearsal, when you rehearsing, that means that you're practicing, you're going over something until you're actually on the final stage and you have to perform. It's like you can have practice all week, but when it's game time, you got to do everything you did in practice in the game, right? And then that's when you're under pressure. So now it comes courage, it comes bravado, it comes confidence, it comes execution. observation, focus, all of that comes into fruition, man. It's like you can't go out to the battlefield, bullets are shoot, shoot, boom, boom, and then you're out there not focused on what you're supposed to do. You're gonna get you and your entire squad killed. That's why they said if a man's afraid to go to war, don't force that man to go to war. Because you got 10 brave soldiers out there ready to fight. They see this man shaking in his boots crying, and guess what they can do? They can abate your courage, and now you don't want to fight. That's why I said be around like-minded men.
Yeah, fear is contagious.
Fear is contagious, exactly. It's a virus, man. It's a fucking virus, man.
Keep staying in the presence of like-minded men.
And that's why ignorance is bliss, because people don't want to hear the truth, because the truth is so fearful. All right, and that's what makes them weak, man. Okay. This is Proverbs 6:26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. You damn right. Verse 20, I like this. Verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. But don't nobody want to be reproved. Everybody think they right. That's the problem. You know what? It was Meyer Amschel Bauer, one of the first founding fathers of the International Bank, the IMF. He said, "Give me control of a country's money, and I care not who make the laws." Well, hell, look at America. They don't care about the laws because they control your fucking money, you idiots. Matter of fact, over I think it's in Australia. In Australia, they told the citizens to take all their money out of the bank before a certain day. When your country tells you to take all your money out of the bank, that's called a run on the banks. What's that telling you? It's telling you that the country is falling. Yeah. So you mean to tell me they tell you to get your money out of the bank, but they're not talking about this on a major news network, right? Because the people will go crazy. They don't want the people to bombard and go get all their money, man. Right? I'm telling you, see, that's why you can deposit $10,000 in one day, but you can only take a certain amount out of your own deposit, or out of your own money. Why is that? Because technically that money's not really there. It's in air. That's why you have a credit-based system. When you have a credit-based system, what it does, it causes a deficit. And now America is like trillions of dollars in deficit, in a deficit that they can't get themselves out of. That's why I said Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America trying to become the new world reserve. All the other countries saying, man, the hell with America. They don't really care, you know. They laughing at America. They're laughing stock. Look at what happened to Afghanistan after 20 years. The whole world was laughing at America. Guess what China just did? China just gave them millions of dollars. China said, here you go, Afghanistan. You get out some millions of dollars, man. We know America fucked y'all over. Why you think over in South Africa they were killing all those farmers, those European farmers, ever since the apartheid? When did they get the gall, the cojones to start killing those farmers? Because China is aiding Africa. Oh, they said, oh, we got China backing us, man. Get the fuck out of here, you colonizers. They see what's going on. They're losing their power, man. They're losing their grip.
The nightmare of America is increasing.
The nightmare of America is increasing. We ain't talking about on Elm Street either, man. Real life, in your face. This is Proverbs 6:24. No. I don't want that. Isaiah 30:10. We say to the seer, see not. Beautiful. We say to the seer, see not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. That's all this world is, a whole bunch of deceit. Like, prime example, how the hell you gonna... Yo, I said it to myself last night. I said, every day I wake up and I step outside, I'm confused. I thought Halloween was only one day out the year. Because I see all these women walking around with masks on. I'm like, is it Halloween today? I thought it was October.
If you from America, man, you got tickets to a front row seat to a carnival. That's what America is like.
America is a front row seat to a carnival, exactly. That's why the other countries be laughing. I swear, man, behind closed door they laugh. That's why Russia said it, bro. If America help UK, America gonna feel the wrath of God. You can't stop a nuclear warhead, man. You cannot. And they're bold. They're boasting about that. Okay? But let's get back to the scriptures though that I had out. You got something in particular?
We'll get back into the latter days.
Yeah. We'll get back to the latter days, man. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon this sinful kingdom. You know, that's twofold. It's talking about America. It's talking about us as a people too. You know, sin not keeping the commandment. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Now, do that sound far-fetched? When we talk about nuclear warhead, right? Matter of fact, can you give me Isaiah 9 and 5? Halloween every day in Babylon, demons among us each day.
This is Isaiah.
Facts, man.
Go ahead, go finish up.
No, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 9 and 5.
That's funny.
For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise,
Every battle of the warriors with confused noise
and garments rolled in blood.
and garments rolled in blood. Like I said, movies like 300, Troy, Alexander, Gladiator. It's talking about in ancient times when men literally had to have guerrilla warfare, hand-to-hand combat, not some wimp halfway across the world playing Call of Duty on a real military computer, dropping bombs on innocent bystanders in Pakistan.
But this shall be with burning fuel of fire.
But this war shall be with burning and fuel of fire. It's inevitable, man. I believe the flood happened. You damn right I do. Why? Because the Lord speaks about fire as being the next judgment, and they talk about a lot of that right nowadays, man.
That's the future.
That's the future, man.
Fire is the real future, man.
Yeah, it's reserved unto fire. That's why when Russia invaded Ukraine, the whole world was at a standstill. Remember that? Not everybody right back to their folly, man. That's just how it is. When the virus came, the whole world was at a standstill. Like everybody right back to their bullshit. So it's like, why even pray for these people, man? Just let them die. Let them die off, man. Because even the elite call you useless eaters. They don't milk the society so dry. They're like, we don't need these people anymore. For real. They look at you as useless eaters. So let's get back to it. Amos chapter 9 verse 9. For lo, I will command and sift the house of Israel among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. That's heavy because, can you give me Matthew 20:24 and 31? That reminds me of the elect being saved.
Say 31.
Yeah, because he said, he shall shift the house of Israel like a sieve. Because we've been scattered to the four winds of the earth. All you gotta do is look at the go to Google, type in the transatlantic slave map, and it'll show you arrows going from all kinds of directions off the west coast of Africa. Cause they scattered us to the four winds of the earth. That's why we know the Bible to be real. We fit all the curses, man. No other people on the earth fit the curses of the Bible. But everybody want the blessings. Man, get out of here, man. What the hell does anybody else on earth need to be saved from? Ain't none of y'all going to hardcore bondage, man. Ain't none of y'all. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Matthew 24 and 31.
Speak on.
And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds of the one end winds.
Go ahead, Doc.
Read it again.
You good.
This is Matthew 24 and 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
Right. And that's beautiful because that goes to show you that, see, that's why when we say there's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite, that's stupid. You got Israelites in the world that look Chinese. You got Israelites in the world that look like Jewish people. Israelites in the world that look like they could be Pakistani, or they could be East Indian, or they could look like they're from Uzbekistan. We've been scattered to the four winds of the earth, so this is not a black or white thing. But when we speak about how they look back in the ancient time, they were dark-skinned people. The Messiah was a dark-skinned man. The whole black and white, that's a social construct that's been created going back to the 1600s. Because you can't find black or white on a map. You can't. All right? You can find that in the Crayola crayon box. You can't find on no map. That's why I see people, I have a PhD. Well, black people. I'm like, you're so smart. Why are you still referring to a group of people as a color? That's not smart. There's no ethnicity known as that, right? But that just goes to show you, man, that the wisdom of this world is foolishness to the wisdom of the Most High. But it's what they say the poor man's wisdom is heard and quiet compared to the laughter of a fool, right? They'd rather people go to an auditorium and go watch a whole bunch of fools laugh and talk, but then when shit hit the fan, they gonna want answers, but the whole time they never wanted to really get an answer. Like, what was that movie called, The Day After Tomorrow? What did the people say on the airplane? They said those guys on the corners holding those signs were right. They put that in the movie. It's a movie, but I mean, come on. And it's not really even us. It's in the same Bible that all of your presidents get inaugurated on. You listen to him, but you won't listen to the Bible they get inaugurated on. These people are backwards, bro. People are backwards, bro.
America's designed to lie, so they gonna keep listening to lies.
They sheeple, man. They sheeple. They sheeple. And them believing in society is the Judas goat. And it's gonna die with it too. Psalms 44:11. Y'all has given us like sheep appointed for meat, and has scattered us among the heathen. That's fire right there, man. That's beautiful. That's why Paul said that he was sent to the Gentiles. Yahushua went to Israelites who knew they were Israelites. That's why Nicodemus them knew who Yahushua was. He said, aren't you supposed to be one of the scribes and you know not what I'm talking about? But Paul was taught by Gamaliel. And Gamaliel was taught in those institutions, right? So Paul also spoke Greek. So Paul spoke Greek, Paul knew Latin, and Paul knew Hebrew. So why not Paul be the best of those Pharisees during that time to go out amongst the Israelites who didn't know they were Israelites, man? That was keeping Greek customs. That's why in order for you to know the mystery, you gotta know the history. That's why they took the Bible out of school, because it correlated with history. Because during the time of Alexander the Greek and his 4 generals, you had the Seleucid dynasty, the Lycemius dynasty, Cassander, and the Ptolemy dynasty. And you had Antiochus Epiphanes IV did a great slaughter to our people and forced our people to not keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. This is like around 163, 143 BC. And that's in secular history. I got a book in my backpack right now talking about the Jewish and Greek, wars. Okay? It was the wars amongst us. That's secular history, man. Matter of fact, there was sacrificing swine on the altar. So that's how the Israelites became Gentiles, because they was told not to keep their customs. Same thing that happened here in America. You were never taught to keep your customs. They don't tell you to keep the Sabbath, the moon Sabbath. They tell you that the Sunday is the day to worship God. Well, really, what you're doing, you worshiping the sun god. You know, and that goes back to Roman Catholicism, man. Man, I'm telling you, bro. These people don't know what's going on, man. They bugged out, bro. But that's why it's so beautiful to be on this side. Because we on the outside looking in. You know, they willfully want to be boxed in. This is Psalms 44:12-13. Thou sellest thy people for naught, and dost not increase thy wealth by their price. Exactly. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a discern to them that are around about us. Exactly, man. It's all biblical, man. Right there. All biblical. You know? You got something?
Throughout these last days, there's confusion. We want salvation, man. Okay? Because the only thing going on lockdown right now is the last days, man. Nothing else is going on but the last days and the signs of the times, man. So it's so obvious. It's right in front of our face that these are the last days. I mean, back in the 90s, people used to be like, these are the last days. Now it's the last days. The times of the signs are really showing.
No, that was right. We was in the last days. Now we in the last hours. We in the last hours, man.
In the last hours, man.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be delivered from this shit, man.
Hell yeah. Okay. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. And it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the sad perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And I go back to Ephesians, the 1st chapter, man, saying it said being predestinated. Even the Lord told Jeremiah, he said, I've known thee since the womb. He said, and I sanctified thee. Yahushua said it best in you already know. Yahushua said it best in St. John the 15th chapter. He said, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and I have ordained you. Okay? That you shall bring forth meat for repentance. So what the hell are they talking about? It's all good. So what the hell are they talking about in these churches, man? Everything's still rolling. Everything's still rolling. When they say, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Who is that? It's still rolling. It's still good. Still good. I'm still on. So when it says, have you accepted Jeebus as yours? You can't do that. You can't, because we're talking about an exclusive club. It says that you have been predestined, man. Meaning that before you even know, it's like being born into an aristocrat family. You're just a baby. You don't really know that your family worth billions of dollars until you start to get older. That's kind of like, you know, I ain't know I was a part of the elect until there was a time, till there was an epiphany stage, you know? It's kind of like the Ruach HaKodesh was like, it was dormant in your body. You going around, you kind of thinking like, that ain't right, that ain't right, that ain't right. Then one day you get a tap on your shoulder, you know you're an Israelite, right? You like, what? You know this is your history, right? You like, what? You start to read the Bible, you start to read history, you like, well, how come they don't teach this in school? And then everything started to come full circle. Next thing you know, my whole life I've been living in the matrix. You never even knew it. You've been alive, but you wasn't living. You know, everything was a lie to you the whole time. And right now we're during the time of bread and circuses. They notice the economy is collapsing, so they're gonna just feed you bread and circuses, man, until it's all over and done with. Okay. Go ahead, what you got, Titus?
I got Titus 3 and 5. Not by works of righteousness we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us.
Right, according to his mercy.
By the washing of the regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit, man.
Right.
Okay, salvation, man. Renewing us, man.
Made whole again by the Spirit, bro.
That's why, you know, repentance is unlimited, man. You got to stay repentant, man. Communication with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, prayer, man.
Right.
Okay, stay communicating, man, because all the signs are showing, man. Okay? And like we said earlier, fire is the future, man.
Yeah, fire is the future.
Fire is the future, man.
Fire is the future, man.
Everybody depending on their child's future scholarships and all that. Okay? The missiles is a damn scholarship.
I'm sorry, your grandchildren are not going to college.
Exactly.
Your grandchildren are not graduating from college, I'm sorry.
Every time you look up, there's a report about missiles, man. The signs are showing. Missiles
Right.
this, missiles that.
This place is through.
Place is
Hey,
through,
did you
man.
hear about Biden at the teleprompter? He read everything verbatim, even where it told him to like, okay, scroll down and look up. He read everything that was directly on the teleprompter. I'm like, this place is through, man. This place is through. You got Sleepy Joe up there at the podium, right? With hooked on phonics. And then you got a Russian president that be wrestling bears and he be going dipping in the lakes that's like -degrees, and man, this place is through.
Sleepy Joe falling on bicycles in the public. And
Yeah, Sleepy Joe falling on bicycles and everything. I'm like, this is America?
America.
Hey, remember he stumbled like 3 times trying to go up to Air Force One?
Yeah.
This is not a good look, guys.
I
Not a
think
good
he's
look,
he's
guys.
the oldest president, right? If I ain't mistaken.
Shit, hell if I know he old. Know that much.
Sleepy Joe.
You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. Mm-hmm. That's facts. Whatever else you got, bro.
I got Ephesians 2 and 8, and it reads, "For by grace are we saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh." We
Right.
can't save ourselves, man.
Nah.
No man can save you. So quit going to these churches, your neighbor for counsel and your problem, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Shalom.
That's the only thing should be under the telescope is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man.
Right.
Okay? Like you say, you should focus on your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. You're on your own, man.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. It said what he said, not only in my presence, but also in my absence, seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Right. Because what the Lord, you say about his mercy we shall be saved. If you're in prison, right, you can't get yourself out. You gotta be pardoned. So right now we in prison. You can't get ourselves out. We gotta be pardoned. And our pardon is gonna be salvation, because you only have 2 choices. It's either gonna be salvation or condemnation. You're not making it. No one's gonna outrun a nuke, bro. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you bench. I don't care how much you deadlift, bro. I don't care how high you jump. I don't care how much money you got, how many Jordans you got, how many cars you have. Man, when they drop a nuclear warhead, bro, that's it. And then
When it's raining, boy.
yeah, and then even if you have an underground bunker, right? All that food you have and everything, eventually you're gonna have to come back to the surface, and all that radiation and pitch is gonna contaminate the land. Even over there in Fukushima right now, to this day, the alluvial deposits full of radiation. They can't plant nothing there, man. Same thing gonna be here in America. They can't plant nothing. It's not gonna be revamped. It's not gonna be resurrected. It's just gonna be a desert land, like it said. It's gonna be a desolate land.
Desolate, man.
Straight desolate. Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem Shai, Ba'ashem Hakadash, Barakatah. Beautiful. I said that unto you that no man could come unto me except it was given by my Father. Right. Good one, brother. Good one. Beautiful. I like this one right here. Baruch 4:17. But what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Man, that's fire, man. That's fire, man. It's right there. I just said it. The Lord said he was going to be the one to do it, man. Man, more fire. I like that. It's a cold world, man. We need more of these fire precepts, y'all. It's a cold world out here. We need more of these fire precepts out here. Yeah, this is John chapter 4, verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Now think about this. If the truth hurts, right, how many people are going to be speaking in truth? Right? Because everybody want to live a lie, right? A facade, right? You know?
How about Shimei Shah? We trust only, man. Period.
Exactly. But he said that's what he seek for those that speak the truth. So in other words, if he seek those that speak the truth, those that seek him will not be loved by the world. Because what did Yahweh Shai say? He said, know that the world hated me before it hated you, because I testified thereof that the works thereof are evil. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that. So, I mean, how many people really seeking God, man? How many people really want the truth? They don't want no damn truth. They want some shit that'll make them feel good when they lay down on their bed late at night, man. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Damn right. You got a birth certificate, you got a social security card, you in captivity. Yeah, you're a corporate slave. But we was chattel slavery, so I don't want to hear shit about that. Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach. Listen. Woo, this is a good one. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproaching a curse and to be subject to payments. He says, so why are we over here in America? For reproaching the curse. Because we didn't keep the commandments. Straight right there, man. Straight like that, man. It's a curse, man. Once again. Man, y'all dropping too many precepts. I don't know what precept was with what. What you got, Art?
I was going to bring out Psalms 37 and 39.
Hold on real quick. Art said something. He said, Khan. I like this one right here. Khan. The weak love temporary dopamine hits. That's why the girls like their toxic ex-boyfriend. Cause they like that anxiety. You know what I'm saying? They like that toxic shit. That's why they like men that are emotionally unavailable. And a lot of dudes out here are in marriages don't even know that their wives still think about their ex. And that's sad. Because that man actually loved that woman, but little do he know, you'll never have her heart. Never will. That's why
you with somebody that's thinking about somebody else.
Yeah, you with somebody, you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody and they think about somebody else, because you can't change biology. Yeah, body count matters, man. You can't change biology, because once your pair bond is destroyed, you can't. She can't bond with the next man. She gonna want to always go back to the man that gave her anxiety, that made her feel unsure of herself, that she felt like she wanted to have kids with, spend the rest of her life with. But because she couldn't get that, she gonna keep trying to chase that hit. Like the first time somebody took meth, the first time somebody took crack, that's the highest they're gonna ever get. And every time they get another hit, they're gonna try and chase that same high that they're never going to get. And that's why you have a lot of post-war women. That's why you're supposed to be, man, I'm telling you, man, this world is through. This world is through. Sirach 4:28, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Fire. Fire, man. Fire. Go ahead, Up.
This is Psalms 37 and 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble.
I don't know why you drunk some of that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was gonna say. Go ahead. No, you good.
He's all we got. Like we like to say here, Israel is all we got, but he's all Israel has, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. America can't do nothing but distract you, man. Okay, they don't want you to think that anyway, that Lord is all we got, man. They want you to, they got this captivity set up where we in need of them. You know.
Come, we
Read
had
it again.
come.
This is Psalms 37 and 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. Okay? And this how he's talking about Israel too, man. He is our strength in the time of trouble, man.
That's right.
Okay, so we can't ask for things to be more easy. It's going to get worse because we at the end. We can only ask for strength, man. How about Shemal Shah? Strength, man.
But you know, but people hear strength. People hear strength and they think carnally. Remember what it said? It says wisdom is better than the weapons of war. And it says knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. And the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So our strength is wisdom. You know? Because what it is, we know what's to come and we're preparing ourselves and what to do. Like I say, man, anybody can be knowledgeable, but everybody's not wise because a lot of people don't apply what they know. The application of knowledge will give you wisdom. And once you experience the wisdom, you'll get a better understanding. It's a simple concept, but a lot of people don't want to apply it because that truth hurts, boy. That truth gonna hurt, man. That truth hurts, boy. I'm telling you. That truth hurts. I'm telling you. That's why people don't want to hear the truth. You can have a woman that's morbidly obese. Honey, how do I look in this dress? I really want, ma'am, you need to wear Islamic gear because you're looking like an amoeba. Oh my God, I can't believe it. But you want the truth, right? Oh my God, he said I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai, we're gonna prevail through truth. Cause look at where lies have gotten us right now. This is where lies have gotten us right now in this society. You know? Beautiful precept. You got more?
Yeah, I got it. I'm going to finish it off. Psalms 37 and 40. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked. Save them because they trust in him.
Right. Ooh, save them because they trust in him. So y'all go ahead and keep trusting in Bitcoin. You keep trusting in your pension. You keep trusting in your government. You keep trusting it, man. You keep putting all your trust in the society. Do all of that because at the end of the day, when you kind of find what it said, even the scripture says it in Psalms. It said, God, please help us because vain is the help of men. A prime example up in Buffalo, right? When the Edomite raided that market, Peyton raided the market, right? There was a news video on YouTube where this girl said she called the operator at 911 and she was whispering because she didn't want him to hear her, and she thought, and the operator thought that she was playing. She said, I can't talk that loud because he'll hear me. Operator on 911 hung up on her. She said she had to call her boyfriend to call the police to say that there was a shooting at the market. So vain is to help a man. She thought she could dial 911 and get police there. They hung up on her ass, man. Now you have a lot of police officers resigning right now. Hell, you got some police stations, man, they don't even have gas there. And all you independent, strong, feminist women, you're going to realize in that day that you are a woman. When you can't dial 911, man, bro, I'm sick and tired of these videos on YouTube, man, of these women getting rejected by men, and then they want to hit the man. Like, what the fuck? What if that man clocked you in the face? Then you put your hair in a little ponytail. Oh my God, he hit me.
The woman is a man. The man ain't never woman.
Right, bro.
They got a movie coming out called King's Woman, man. Woman can't save men. A woman
Miss
can't
Marvel. What?
A woman can't save us, man.
That's funny.
That's America, man. It's a queendom.
It's a queen. Yeah, this is a queendom. Yep. That's why they have metropolitan areas. Because the metropolitan go back to the matriarch. Because go inside the mall. All those stores in there are not for men. We going to the mall for what? A pair of shoes, maybe a phone, and that's it.
Something to eat.
Yeah, something to eat. All them other stores for women and children, man. Men don't be in the mall that long. That's why you see men sitting down in the store with their woman on their phone, and she got all them damn bags. For what? About two pairs of the same damn shoe. My mama did that before. I said, Mom, you got 2 pairs of the same shoes. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that till I got home. What the hell? Yeah, man. Even my mom's, bro. I'm like, she's a female. What you expect?
They making all these damn uniqlo
I'm like,
trying to make men feminine.
Yeah,
You're
bro.
right. Majority of the stores in the mall for women, man.
Yeah, they're for women, bro. They're for women, not for men. Cause we go for a pair of shoes or something, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? We simple, bro. Give me a haircut, t-shirt, some slacks, I'm good. Baruch 4:6, you were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because you moved God to wrath, you will deliver them to the enemies. Fact. All right, they just having a festival over there. Go ahead, man. I'm telling you, George, You try and read one and go to the next one. John 8:32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Exactly. But when you trust in depression, man, you ain't gonna want to escape, bro.
A lot of people trust in depression hard, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know, you gotta do what they say, you know. No, you don't. Oh, snap. That's crazy. All right, you got something? All right. Well, let me close out with this. This is Psalms 91:1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High. Oh, that's beautiful. Because what it says, can you get me Proverbs 18:10?
No problem.
So if I'm not mistaken, I mean, I could possibly be misled, but if I'm not mistaken, Proverbs 18:10. Baba Kashan.
The name of the Lord is a
Yep.
strong tower.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Baba
This
Kashan.
is Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe.
Beautiful. Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, Allahayanawa, and in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Noisome pestilence, talking about those nukes. And there's going to be a pestilence, like I said, from that pitch and that radiation. Okay? You good up now? You good? He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth, listen to this. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Come on, man. Hey, that's heavy. Matter of fact, man, Spirit beautiful. The brother just dropped that. What was it? St. John 8:32. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So, I mean, you know, technically we still in prison, but we already got the part for the warden. We just wait for the warden to give us our date to get released. That's all it is, man. Man, you can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up, bro. Go ahead, Doc.
Read it again.
You got something else?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, Salaki. Yeah, I did tell you to get that. Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. Going back to the viruses, right? Because you can't see a virus, you know, you got, not with the naked eye. You will need like a magnifying glass, okay, to that extent. Nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday, okay? 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. That's scary. Can you imagine that? You talking about 1,000 people die around you, but then they shall not come to you. Think about I Am Legend.
Right.
Think about that. That's a prime example. I Am Legend or World War Z. You remember the scene when all the hordes of the zombies were trying to climb the wall in Jerusalem? Yeah, but hold on. There was I think it was a little girl or a little boy that was right there in the midst, and all those zombies ran past the little girl or little boy. That's what it's going to be like for us in that day, man. Because remember, there be spirits made for vengeance. It's kind of like having the red blood on the post in Egypt. When the death angel come through, the death angel gonna know, don't touch them. It says it in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, the 4th verse. It says, mark the men that sigh and cry for the abominations thereof. And that word mark, go back to the word thawah or thamah, which means exempt from judgment. You can't make this up, man. You can't make it up. This is organic. This is not genetically modified. This is organic. We close out soon. Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. That go back to being beamed up. Like Paul said, in the twinkling of an eye, we shall not all die, but be changed. All right, so everyone not gonna die, man. That's why the Lord keeps speaking about a remnant. Hell, the Lord flooded the whole earth. Did not he save Noah and his sons? See, he's more merciful now. He ain't gonna just save 8 people. He gonna show mercy unto thousands, like it said in Exodus 34th chapter, the 7th verse. He gonna show mercy unto thousands. All right. Psalms 91:9. Because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Call on you like Yahweh Hashem Al Shai by Hashem Kakadash, man. At the end of the day, the Lord said, truth shall be our shield and buckler. Yo, man, that's a video. Truth shall be our shield and buckler, man. Right? So that's what we believe in. That's what we trust in. That's what we put our heart, mind, body, and soul into. Anything you got up?
No, that's it, bro.
Well, let me read this last precept and we'll close out. The brother Chazak Bun Yahweh dropped Psalms 18 and 2. Yahweh is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God, my strength in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation. Horn is strength. And my high tower, beautiful. I will call upon Yahweh, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. That's fact, baby. That's fact. So with that being said, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash, double on side elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Singing others to the elect. Peace and blessings to the 1/3. Any confusion, the faces in the 4 corners of the earth. Hey, your power precept. Psalm 34 and 7. The angel of Yahweh encampeth around about them that trust him and deliver them. Khan. And with that being said, DTA, Shalom. Shalom.